Please subscribe to the channel and find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. 200 giveaways, what we're working on.
Welcome to another video. This is Matt from Dice of the Round Table, and appreciate you checking this video out. Like, subscribe, comment. Check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And what I have here is a first video for me on painting tutorial. This was a learning experience of how to do one, so kudos to everyone out there that do painting tutorials. I had a technical issue. I was going to have two, but instead I only got one. But either way, here it is. I'm going to use this tutorial of using contrast paints with some other paints to paint American Warlord bolt action figure. Stay tuned. Enjoy the video. It's going to be time-lapsed to show the process with me talking over about certain parts of what I'm doing. And then I'll give some close final shots at the end of the video with this. So again, thanks for tuning in. Comment away if you have questions or want to critique. This was, again, my first time doing a tutorial, so bear with me, please, and thanks for tuning in. So I'm starting with Warlord Games Bolt Action American Infantry. This is one I put together for the sample. It has a BAR for the rifle, and this has been started with a prime coating of Games Workshop, the Wraithbone Contrast Primer. What I will be using will be Warlord's Contrast Creed Camo and Militarium Green. There will be Fur Brown. This will be for any wood. And then I will overcoat the wood with Contrast Wildwood. This I'm going to be using for the webbing. This is the German Beige World War II from Vallejo Model Air. Any black parts or undercoating of black will be Army Painter Matte Black. Metals are going to be Citadel's Leadbelcher. And then this is going to be the wash over the webbing, the gun, and some of the other bits. This will be the Agrax Earthshade. So let's get to it. I realized I forgot to show off what I'm going to do for the flesh. It's going to be Army Painter Tan Flesh with Contrast Guilliman over that. And it's going to be, for the leather, I'm going to use Army Painter Leather Brown with Snakebite Leather over that. And if you're wondering why I do some under and not some under, like a base coat of a color with a contrast over it, I just kind of like how the effect looks in the end. So you could do just Guilliman on the flesh, but I kind of do like having the tan flesh under it, and same for the Snakebite leather. It's not quite what I am looking for, so I like undercoating this. And if you haven't, putting Snakebite leather over some different browns gives you some different effects. Back to time-lapse and painting this guy.
This is us starting out. This is the Creed Camo from Citadel Contrast line, and I'm going to be base coating or painting the uniform. This is my base green. This will be the shirt as well as the pants and helmet. This is now the Vallejo German Beige World War II that I'm adding for the webbing and the pack. Now I'm using the Army Painter Matte Black. This will base coat my metals, so I'm going to be painting the gun bits black before I do the metal coating. Sorry, I'll have to hold it slower during the time-lapse parts. So this is Army Painter Fur Brown, and I'll be base coating the shovel brown for the wood, as well as the hilt of the bayonet and the wood parts of the gun. This is now the Army Painter Tanned Flesh as I do the base coat of the face and hands. Now I'm going to be doing the parts of leather. So the boots are getting the Army Painter Leather Brown, as well as I'm going to do a couple of the straps on the backpack and the belt. At this part, I am now using the Militarium green contrast paint, and I'm going back over the lower part of the model, the pants and the gaiter aspect of around the shoes and the boots. This is going to make that pants a shade darker, and I'm going to do the helmet as well. Miniature fell out of my hand, so I had to fix a couple little spots. So I'm sure everyone's had this issue, so I'm just doing little touch-ups. Well, this is now the Citadel Leadbelcher, which I'm now going to use for the sheath, the handguard on the bayonet, as well as the gun itself. Now this is the Citadel Snakebite leather, which I'm now going to put over the leather parts of the belt, as well as the sheath for the bayonet. Next up is the Reichlin Flesh contrast paint for the face and hands. This is next up the contrast wildwood that I'm doing on the shovel handle, just to give an image of what the wood looks like with that over fur brown. A couple touch-up spots that I missed earlier. And now this is the Army Painter Plate Mail Metal, which I'm just touching up some of the raised pieces on the BAR to give it some pop from the Leadbelcher. Now this is going to be the Agrax Earthshade shading from Citadel that I'm going to be putting over the backpack, the gun, as well as the little satchel pack that I put for accessories on the figure. And this will help fill in and shade some of the recesses and give the fur brown a nice finish. There was some hair from under the helmet, so I took the Vallejo saddle brown and just did some of the hair underneath the helmet to give it a contrast look to the flesh.